And so I don't know what the relationship was with the other children. But what I do know was she confided and she spent her time with Jesus. And now the one who she's been around is getting ready to go. Can you imagine this? Can you see this scene play out? I've experienced with my mother as my older brother passed away the pain that she's gone through. I've experienced the tears and the nights where she could not sleep because she's thinking about her child and how she was figuring that she would be the one that, and we would be the one to bury her, and she had to bury her child. And here's Mary at the cross trying to pull it all together. But not only that, my brothers and sisters, she now has to figure out, where does she go from here? Where does life take her? Where does she go on this journey? Where does she turn? Her husband is dead. Her oldest child is now dying. And who's going to care for her? Who's going to supply her needs? Who is going to take care of her? Well, my brothers and sisters, Reverend Woods has set us up very nicely today because he's got us going with the mind track or a mindset of understanding an insurance policy. To understand when you are covered, what you get. And see, I understand, I've been studying for this test with insurance and health and life insurance. One thing I understand with life insurance is that life insurance is an insurance that is taken out on a particular person. Therefore, it is up to an individual to pay into this insurance. And if this person were to die or the accident were to occur and this person's life were to end, this insurance would then pay out to their beneficiaries. Y'all missed it. And so here it is at the cross. Jesus is dying. But he has an insurance policy because he's there at the cross and he's paying a debt not only for Mary, his mother, but he's paying a debt for the world. And you got to understand this thing, because as he's dying, that means that the debt, the sin debt of man, was now be covered. That means that his mother was in need of some coverage, but here it is. There was somebody there at the cross. Besides his mother, there was the disciple by the name of John. Many theologians will argue if this was the particular disciple that took Mary into his home, but we understand that John was the only one there. And so in this mind frame, we understand that now Jesus sees his mother, and now he has compassion. Check the text, understand the first three words. I love this because Jesus is unselfish in this thing. The first three words that Jesus utters on the cross were not about himself. First word that Jesus utters is forgive them, for they know not what they do. The second word that he does, he allows this man salvation, lets him know on this day you shall be with me in paradise. And now he's looking at the cross and he sees his mother and he says, look, woman, behold your son, and son, behold your mother. This gets me excited because I'm now at the age where I understand Christianity a little bit better than I did as a child. I'm now at the place in my life where I understand how God works now. Because see, as a child, I would hear people often talk about how Jesus could be a mother to the motherless and a father to the fatherless, a friend to the friendless. And I heard these sayings all my life, and I would always wonder, what does this really mean? Does it mean that Jesus will come down to be an invisible mother? What does it mean he'll come down to be an invisible father? But I'm so glad today that I now understand what it really means. What this lets me know is that Jesus will allow somebody to come into your life. And so if you are fatherless, he will surround you with some folks who can be a father to you. Let me stick my testimony in here right here. In 1994, I lost my father. My father died. And so here I was, a young man who was growing up without a father. But the thing was, my mother kept me in church. And by her keeping me in church, I was able to be surrounded by some men who were able to be father figures unto me, who were able to shape me into be what I needed to be. And so here it is. This woman now has a son. If I could simply say it like this, Jesus paid it all, and all to him I owe. Sin has left him a crimson stain, but he washed me white as snow. So all I'm telling you, my brothers and my sisters, is that Jesus sees your needs. He knows what you're going through. He knows what you need in your life. He knows your pain and your agony. But I want to let you know that in spite of him seeing where you are, he has some comfort coming. He has somebody that will come and lift you up. He has somebody that will come and bless you. You ought to be glad. You ought to give God some glory, because in spite of it, there is a benefit to being his beloved. When you confess him with your mouth and you believe in your heart that he is Lord, that he will supply your every need. Come on now. You understand that when you got the Lord on your side, he will make a way out of no way. When you got the Lord on your side, he will be your bread when you're hungry. When you got the Lord. The benefits of being beloved.